Hello everyone, my name is Nikki Johnson and I am a master's level candidate for the Health Informatics program at George Mason University. Today I'm going to be talking about downloading and installing OpenEMR onto your virtual machine and then accessing OpenEMR via your web browser. So for those of you who may not know about OpenEMR, its purpose, it's an open source medical practice management application. So it'll feature scheduling, electronic billing. It's a fully integrated electronic health record system. And when we say open source, the meaning of that is that it's ensuring universal interoperability among all forms of electronic data. So let's get started. The first thing that we need to do is go to the OpenEMR website. That would be www.open/emr.org. And once you get to the OpenEMR website, you want to look at the top navigation pane. There'll be several options for you to choose from, and you want to click on Download. Once you hit Download, you'll be taken to a new web page. And all you'll need to do is just scroll down until you get to the Appliance section. And there in the Appliance section, you will see the zip file that you need to download. I've pointed it out here, OpenEMR 4-1-1 appliance. So you need to go ahead and click on that hyperlink. So now the download will begin. You'll be directed to a new web page which we can see up here in the upper left. So the download will start. And down here in the right hand corner, I've shown you basically what it looks like when that zip file starts downloading on a Windows operating system. Obviously it's going to be different for my Mac users, but on a Windows operating system, of course you'll see all your downloads at the bottom of the screen, and it is a very large file, so the download will take some time. I guess it also depends what type of processor you have. Mine took about, I would say, 35 minutes. So once the download is finished, the file will appear. It appeared there on my desktop. I saved it to my desktop. So what you want to do is go ahead and double click so that you can open that zip file. And I would recommend saving the file to your desktop just because it's easier to access. You can see it right there in front of you, and instead of having to go through all these paths and folders just to find your zip file right there on the desktop, you can see it and open it right there. So once that zip file is opened, you will see a folder inside, and you'll need to place this folder on the desktop so that you can start to unpack it. So this red arrow here that I have is just for you to click on the actual file folder and drag it outside to your desktop. So the folder has to download onto your desktop, and so just showing you what that looks like. That's going to take some time to unpack as well, because as I said previously, it is a very large file. So once that file is finished unpacking, you will see the extraction files appear on your desktop. And when you open that folder up here on the right hand side, this is what all the extracted files will look like when you open up that folder. Okay, so now that OpenEMR files have been downloaded, we can go ahead and open VirtualBox. I know there are a different type of virtual machine programs that are out there. I have VirtualBox downloaded onto my laptop. So if you are using VirtualBox, then this will be easy for you to follow. So you'll want to go ahead and go to your Start menu. My VirtualBox icon is also on my desktop, so you can double click either in your Start menu or in your desktop. And once VirtualBox opens, you'll want to go to File at the top and then click on your Virtual Media Manager. Within Virtual Media Manager, you want to hit Copy. And once you hit Copy, you're going to use the folder icon there to search for the OpenEMR hard drive file that you just downloaded. And you'll want to select that first file on top of that list of extracted files. So all of them have the OpenEMR -3-0-1-appliance-1-C15. And that top one does not have an S and a number after, and that is the file that you want to choose, that very top one. So after you've chosen the correct file that you want to copy, then you can go ahead and click Next. So the file type that we want to use is VGI, the VirtualBox disk image. So that's fine. You can leave as is and hit Next. You want to choose the storage on your physical hard disk, and it's already pre-selected to be dynamically allocated. We want to leave that as is as well, so we'll just hit Next. And this is the name the suggested name that is created for the file. So you can change it, or you can go ahead and keep as is. I decided to keep the suggested name for the file as is. So then you can go ahead. And what will happen is the creation of your virtual hard disk will begin. That's what we see there on the left-hand side. And once the hard drive has been created, it'll bring you back here, what we see on the right-hand side, to your Virtual Media Manager, and you'll see that your new drive has been added, hard drive has been added there, and you can close it up. All right, so now that we've gone through the manager and created the hard drive, now we need to create the machine. So you'll click on New, and that will bring up a box, the first box in the process of creating your virtual machine. So you'll want to go ahead and type in the name of your system. I chose OpenEMR 4.1.1 version. You'll want to use Linux as the type of operating system, and then the version automatically pulls up. So then just hit Next. Right? You'll want to keep whatever they recommend the memory size. I would go ahead and keep whatever that is. So it might be lower for some folks that have other virtual machines installed. So the recommended memory size that they're giving for my OpenEMR virtual machine is 1024 megabytes. So I'll go ahead and keep the recommended size and hit next. We'll want to use an existing virtual hard drive, the one we created, which is the OpenEMR. So you'll need to make sure you choose that and then hit create. All right, and when you come back, when they bring you back to your main dashboard here, you'll see that your virtual machine has been created. And then you'll just want to check the settings, make sure the hardware settings are correct. You want to make sure that you change the network. You want to hit settings and go here to network and make sure it's attached to a host-only adapter. And hit OK. And everything else under the settings should be defaulted to the correct settings. So it's really just that network. You want to make sure that you have it attached to the host-only adapter. All right, now we can start our machine. So you want to hit start. Make sure your machine is selected and then just hit the green arrow to start. And what the system will then do, this is pretty standard for Linux, what the Linux system looks like when it runs its system checks, and that's what it'll be doing. It'll take a little while for it to load up, maybe a few minutes. And after it's finished loading, you should see a screen that looks like this, welcoming you to the OpenEMR appliance. So they do give a login here. These are basically instructions on how to log in here, that you're going to go to the following website, https:// and they have a IP address here /OpenEMR, and then they have a username password for general login purposes. So you don't actually access OpenEMR from the virtual machine, as this is just a server. So it's just giving you the instructions how to access the application, how to log in with the username, password, credentials that they provide. So what you can do to open up our web browser and type in the address given to us within the instructions in virtual machine. I am using Google Chrome. I understand that Mozilla Firefox may give you the best results, but here I went ahead and typed in the web address here into Google Chrome browser, and then the web page that comes up is that this site may not be secure, and that if you are going to be entering in any passwords or private messages or credit card information, that there is an ability that somebody could try to steal your information. Now, for my purposes, I'm using this application for school, for my class. So I'm not going to have any real patient health information in this EMR, but for your own purposes, whether you're working out of a clinic or a health system, you may want to take the steps to make sure that your OpenEMR solution that you're downloading is secure. So for these purposes here that I'm showing for this demonstration, it's okay for us to go ahead and proceed to the website. So then we are brought around to the OpenEMR login page, and so you'll just use the credentials that were provided. For username, that would be admin, and for the password, it would be pass, all lowercase. And once you hit login, you'll be brought to the main dashboard of OpenEMR. And there are all types of options there on the left-hand navigation pane once you enter into the application to create a new patient, search for a patient, messages, calendar. You can create facilities. It works just like any other EHR, so you'll definitely want to do some exploring. There is a end user guide that is available, and I've left the link down there on the left hand side if you guys want any other information. So thanks so much for watching my video. I appreciate you all. Take care.